I forgot I forgot I didn't mute Twitch. Ah, that was weird. Storm of blood, born from blood of our fallen brothers. Let's see, what have I missed since last time? Coffee, thank you. Hey, hi, hello. How you doing? Thank you for the first time chat. Let's see, what notifications have I missed? It's Camilo Madrigal, thank you for the follow. X3 Sakura, thank you for the follow. Socks with a coffee cup, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for following me. Thank you for deciding that my content was worth your time. Hopefully I can continue to provide such entertainment. But right now, it's blitzball time. More specifically, the last day of scheduled blitzball practices. For those of you who are probably joining for the first time, hello. My name is Curious Instigator, and welcome to Menphina Madness. Menphina Madness is a yearly charity event We're still figuring things out. Where a bunch of Final Fantasy nerds come together and roleplay Blitzball. Just started playing Final Fantasy? Okay. First of all, yes. Welcome to Final Fantasy. It's gonna be a good time. I myself am a white mage main, though I do dabble in Paladin and Bard. Bard is... I actually haven't played Bard after the update, but I hear that there have been a lot of there's been a lot of improvements. So I'm looking forward to all of that. Do not understand most of it, but I'm getting through. Honestly, that's sort of generally just Realm Reborn anyways. It's... because it's a lot of lore coming at you. Let's see if I can raise that a bit. Where was I? So, Final Fantasy XIV Menphina Madness. A yearly charity event. Oh no. Yearly charity event where a bunch of us come together and play roleplay Final Fantasy X's Blitzball. Where that was a minigame, we have now fleshed it out into an entire like dice rolling system. There haven't been any further details about the actual charity itself. I do not know what charity they're supporting this year. I know last year they were doing... oh jeez, which one were they doing? Oh, that's not it. There we go. Hey, there's everybody. Let's see, who's in the voice chat? Oh, we do not seem to have a ref for tonight quite yet. That's very awkward. They're gonna go into details later. So I'm gonna save the actual explanation for Blitzball once the practice actually starts. I just want to say thank you everybody again for joining me here today. If you came in from Discord, you probably saw that I'm going to be playing Young Souls later. That literally just came out today, and it's actually 10% off on Steam right now, which was a big bonus. Because boy, I'm trying to... yep. Young Souls is a side scroll. It's sort of like a classic arcade beat 'em up with some RPG elements, and from what I saw, combos. So you know your boy's breaking out the arcade stick for it. Nice fight stick. I haven't touched this in a while. I really should be using it more often. Because I used to play Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear Strive when it came out, and I was like... I liked it. I was a Giovanna main, but... not gonna lie, I fell off real bad. Because I think I stopped playing it after... like right before the Jacko update. Or the... what's his name? Gold something? The president? So when I tried to get back in, Oh wait, I should check the HUD layout. There you go. That gets rid of everything. Would it be better if I put it here? There we go. Right, so we have our referee Salazar Luzov here today. So getting our hellos in. But basically, I was at floor 9. For anybody that cares about Guilty Gear Strive's rank system, I was floor 9 of 10. I was on my way up, and then the patch hit. I realized I haven't been playing in a while, and then I fell off, and I simply quit again, which is not a good mindset. I'm trying to fix that. But in the meantime, I'm just here to stream games and provide some sort of entertainment for everybody. What was I talking about? Guilty Gear, streaming. I think that's about it for that topic. But otherwise, so Menphina Madness. I should say that I've been in Menphina Madness's community. It's not keyboard. Oh, the keyboard clicks. It's not too loud. Nice. Nice fight stick presses, because these things are kind of loud once I get into it. So I'm always worried that it's gonna come through a little too strongly on the mic. So I've been part of Menphina Madness since 2018, I want to say, because I believe that's how long they've been doing this event. I remember I was finished with Realm Reborn on... No, I finished, I believe, Stormblood on my main account. And so I was done. I didn't really have a lot to do, because at that point I was just waiting for patch. And then... Was it? No! I remember. I was still on the trial account. So I was only limited to the entirety of a Realm Reborn, so level 50. And Shadowbringers is coming up. So that wasn't like happening. And at the time, I believe the condition was... Oh no, I'm mixing up my stories. Oh no, let me start from the beginning. So I didn't actually immediately just be like, oh man, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 14. I started with a trial account, and at the time, my condition was, after realizing that I was having some pretty good fun with it, because I started White Mage and I just played the game. I was having fun because it was the first MMO that I've come across since like MapleStory where I was having fun. But in this case, it was satisfying my need for like a healer to actually feel like a healer. Because for like Star Wars, World of Warcraft, shout out to World of Warcraft, MapleStory, everything always felt like they were just slightly different flavors of DPS. I was kind of not having it. So Final Fantasy, that's good stuff. And at the time, the Final Fantasy 15 crossover event was happening, so I sort of made a condition for myself. And it was that if I were to actually put my time and money into this, I need to prove to myself that I can do it. So I was already level 50 on White Mage. So I set a goal. First off, I need to finish the Final Fantasy 15 event questline, because I kind of need to. And then I also need to get the car that comes as a mount. So I did that. I was like, this feels too easy. I need to add on to something to really show I could do this. So I was like, okay, what if I also leveled up a tank? Because I hated tanking. Like, I was terrified of being a tank. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick a tank. I'm gonna pick Paladin, and I'm gonna level that to 30. And if I can do that, then I can justify actually getting this game. And then I did within like a week. Because at that point it's just doing daily dungeons and just playing. Honestly, it happened pretty naturally. So that's basically how I got started with actually being invested in Final Fantasy. I'm still playing Endwalker, and I'm having a time, dude. I'm having a big old time with it. And then at some point I was just kind of not doing anything. So I said to myself, and I was playing Final Fantasy X at the time, for sure. So I think one day I literally just went, "Hey, I wonder if people are doing something with Blitzball in Final Fantasy." So I just typed it in, Final Fantasy 14 Blitzball. And I think it was either a Tumblr post or a Twitter post for Menphina Madness. I was like, "Whoa, and there's a Discord link. I should go check it out." It's been nothing but welcoming. So I learned how the system works. I literally had to make a new character because my main character was on the Ether Data Center, which is like West Coast, but Menphina Madness is on the East Coast. So I had to make a brand new character. I had to level them up to the point where I can actually go to the locations that were necessary to be in the game, like quote-unquote game. Technically speaking, in my first year, I actually wasn't able to make it in time to be on the team. But I established, like, Gale Lightrun over here was my first Final Fantasy 14 role-playing character, and she was literally made to be this Blitzball super fan. And that was supposed to be it. That was literally supposed to be it. She just found out that Blitzball was a thing. She saw one match for where the Alamegan, I believe at the time they were the Alamegan Thunder Curls. I remember because they had an event about them. They had a promo event, quote unquote promo. And she was just all about them. She thought they were the coolest team out of all of them, despite being from Limits to Limits, of where their team was also really cool. They're all cool, but you know, one of the characters was really hot. That's really. Anyways, I rushed Gale through the stories, and there was a lot of like heavy story points too. Oh, it's raining. That's gonna be a damper on the mood. No, it's not. It's Blitzball. We don't care. Rain or shine, we gonna fight. Let's see. I quite appropriately I blitzed through story for Gale so that she can get to Stormblood areas, make it to the opening ceremony, all of the match locations, the grand finals, like everything. And I'm kind of doing that now because some of the locations involve Endwalker locations. I'll be able to get there in time. I just won't be able to fly on my own. So that's gonna be something. That was literally just like the first year and a half of me playing to be part of this community. Did I get called for anything? Is a skirmish practice? I've never been to a practice. Doe. Let's see. We'll do skirmish practice. Join my party finder. So you can see the markers. Skirmish. Alphonse, the yellow center. Each got a red center. I can always talk about my Final Fantasy origins another time. Right now, we're getting into a bit of a skirmish. So so as it is the last day, just about everybody here has actually been to a practice. So we're going into a skirmish instead. So for those of you who don't know what Blitzball is, Blitzball comes from Final Fantasy X's minigame of the same name. It is a 6v6 water sport, swimming sport, blood sport. There's blood. The people get their noses broken all the time. It's fine. It is a 6v6 sport where two teams compete to score the most points, and these are water guns. If you write it, if they decide to bring a water gun into the match, there's literally no rule against it. The one thing though, because there was an incident where too many people were doing it, there are no knives allowed in Blitzball. Like, you can roleplay out as much violence as you want, but there is a limit. There are sort of people. I think there was like, there are some sort like underage people, so we're trying to keep it like at least generally appropriate. You know what I mean? Don't take my word for that. That's probably not word for word what the reasoning is, but basically, we want to keep it relatively clean, but also it's Blitzball. You can punch, you can kick, you can hug, you can bear hug, you could choke. You could literally just swim in front of someone and just like make faces to distract them. But because people were getting a little too gung-ho with it, we had to restrict knives. Choke lock, yeah, dude, just like, and that's just like one part of an action. That's like only one of the actions. Everything else still has its own amount of flavor to it. And so we have a little bit of a lineup here. From a nice top-down point of view, as you can see here, we have 6v6 for the skirmish. So each team has 6 players. One goalie. Obviously, their goal is to protect the goal. They do not move away from the goal, but they do have a very important role. So gotta keep. They're important. 2 defenders. Their job is to help the goalie defend. They can move between. They can move between the allied team's goal line all the way to the middle of the field, but they cannot move any further than that. Then you have 2 forwards. Their job is to help the center move forward. It's to help the center on the offense move forward, score goals, easier goals rather, and be offense. And then you have the center themselves. The centers have a nice special rule where they can move just about anywhere on the field, while following movement rules, of course. I wouldn't say they're the star of the team, but because really the only big difference is that they can move anywhere. But there have been moments. Everyone's had moments. It's been pretty awesome. So they just had the blitz off, which, if anyone's familiar with basketball, is the tip off or tee off. I don't know basketball. And the roles were as follows. Ichka rolls a 606, while Alphonse Gallus, I don't know why I read only one full name. I don't know. Alphonse rolls a 215. Because Ichka rolls higher, they get possession of the ball, so I will mark that as appropriate. So when they call for the blitz off, they both centers of the team roll off. Whoever has the highest roll, as you can see with Ichika versus Alphonse, whoever has the highest roll gets the ball. And so the turn order is as follows. Ichika is on the red team, so Ichika's team goes first, except for her. Him? Her? Her, I think. I should check. Her? Yes, her. Obviously, check the flavor text. So the turn order is as follows. Offensive team goes first, excluding the ball carrier. Defensive team goes second. Then there was a phase to resolve any movement, if available. And then the ball carrier acts last. And the reason that there is a reposition phase is because each team has a certain amount of actions they can do on their turn. Let's see. So for example, on the red team, Samira on the defensive line moves up to C to help shore up defenses. Obviously. Lambert is looking to help give the center a better chance of moving forward. So they're going to try to block Finreal. However, Lambert rolls a 321 versus Finreal's 899, so that does not happen. Visa's moving to B, but she's not currently blocked, so she does not have there's no actual rolling involved. Oof. Oh, my neck. I believe Elegant Estrelon? French? Elegant Estrelon? That feels better. Is going to hold, which means that she's not going to do anything because there's really not much for her to do. And that's the end of the goalie does not have much to do either because they cannot move and they do not have the option to block as just a general choice. Yeah, Elegant Estrelon. And so that concludes the red team's turn. Now it is the yellow team's turn. Alphonse, being the center without the ball, is going to immediately go in for Ichika to block, rolling a 421 versus Ichika's 329, so that is one blocker. Y'all, meanwhile, this intense sports commentary followed by the nice tropical beats. It is just a skirmish, so it's not as intense. I could make it intense, but I'm not going to. Finreal looking to counterblock Lambert for his earlier attempt, rolling a 720 versus Lambert's very sad 66, so that is one. Oren moving forward to C to join in the fray, while Demetrius does nothing. Or okay, I seem to have misspoken. I misread something because the text does tend to go by pretty fast. So that is on me. Let's see here. Stays put for now. Demetrius stays put. Eraton makes a dash forward to A, unblocked. Alihana stays back at the goal in case someone from the red team tries to do something stupid. And there were no other blockers, so the referee calls out for a reposition. And so all of the movement, if anyone is to make any sort of movement, So say Visa was moving from C to B and is unblocked, they wait until the referee calls for a reposition in case any blocks were attempted. So if Lambert were to try to move from C to B but is blocked by Finreal, Lambert's movement is immediately stopped. He cannot, he physically cannot move his character from C to B because of something like that happening. And now we move on to the ball carrier. Ichika now only has 2 options because she is blocked. Ichika, and she can either pass the ball or shoot straight for the goal. And there are rules about that later on. Ichika is choosing to pass off to Visa, who's currently only surrounded by one other blocker. Alphonse tries to get the interception in, but because of Ichika's 859 versus Alphonse's 217, the ball does go through, and Visa has the ball. Good old Visa decline of Alamegan fame. It is still the red team's possession, so the red team goes first. And the whole thing starts over. And that's basically one whole round of blitzball. There is one rule that has yet to be covered, or at least one instance of something called chain blocking. I'm just gonna let's use Ichika, Alphonse, Lambert, and Finn, for example. Let's say Ichika has the ball, but Alphonse is trying to block, but then Lambert's trying to block. And then Finreal's trying to block Lambert. So what happens there... Oh, that's shout chat. What happens there... Visa does not move until... So let's say Ichika tries to pass the ball to Visa. Ichika will have to roll against Alphonse. And then to prevent any interception. But then Lambert also has to roll against Alphonse to stop that interception. But then Finreal has to roll to stop Lambert from stopping Alphonse from stopping Ichika. So it sort of resolves like a Magic the Gathering stack, if you ever played it. Now, let's say Ichika rolls first. And rolls a 500. Alphonse rolls a 501. So Alphonse is threatening Ichika with a block unless Lambert can roll 502 or greater. If he does, then the interception is stopped and the ball goes through. However, because Finreal's on the end of that chain, they also roll to stop that stop from stopping. Now, for the record, if Alphonse were to roll 499 versus Ichika's 500, then the whole chain is just broken. Like, it doesn't matter anymore. If I'm speaking too fast, please let me know. I will try to slow myself down and explain things further. Chain blocking itself is also just a mess. So like, even the referees don't like it. Anyways, back to the action. Visa wants to move into the goal line, but because she is the ball carrier, that doesn't happen until her turn. Samira is on defense, right in center here. This means she's defender. Looking to block Orin. Rolling a 367 versus 252. That is one block. Ichika moving into... Oh dear. Ichika looking to fight off Alphonse. Oh, Samira rolls a 740 against Alphonse's 252. I'm sorry. Ichika rolls against... Oh no, all the rolls are all over the place. I'm so sorry. So Samira blocking Orin. Rolls 740 versus Orin's 129. So that actually does go through. Ichika rolls to block Alphonse. Rolling 367 again versus 252. So that's also a block. I just marked the wrong person. It's a lot of people. Elegant Echelon is blocking Eraton. Because he is in the defensive line. Rolling 524 versus 439, so that is in fact one more block. And I believe... Oh, Lambert also going in to block Finreal. Rolling 979 versus 789. That's insane. So that's actually 4 successful blockers. That's beautiful. That's... I don't think that's... Anyways, that's crazy. So yellow team actually gets to go next. Demetrius immediately going into block Visa. Demetrius rolls a 237 versus Visa's 625, so that does not go through, leaving Visa wide open to do as she pleases. Finreal attempting to wiggle out of Lambert's block, rolling a 615 versus 568, so they're actually counter blocking each other, so which is very weird. Eritan is simply not moving, simply not doing anything. Oren going for the counter block against Samira, rolling 851 versus Samira's 397, so that is one more counter block. Alphonse also going in for the counter block against Ichka. I marked the wrong person. Rolls a 170 versus Ichka's 292, so that does not go through. Oren versus Samira, I already marked that off. Oh boy. I was gonna... Let's see what we got. There doesn't seem to be any other movement. So because everyone started fighting each other. Salazar rolling for whatever. Where is he? Where is the guy? Hello? Alright. So Visa is currently wide open to do as she pleases, and decides to move directly into the goal line. Now, here's the thing. How do I clear markers? I should probably do that. Visa is now currently unable to be blocked because the goalie is only there to roll against any shots. They might need to correct me on this later, but I believe that the goalie themselves cannot be blocked. I'm gonna have to ask for that. I'm gonna have to ask about that later. And so, really, at this point, all that's left for both teams to do is to start setting themselves up with blocks and movement, to make sure that in the case that Visa fails the shot, the goalie will have ample opportunity to pass it off to someone else. Oren with the 0. Oren has rolled the very first 0 of the season. He is dead. He is quite very much knocked out of the water. Because wow, Samira went ham with the crawdad. Rolling a 557. Oren was not ready for the crustacean. That's it? Is this it? Just can't. Is a crawdad a crustacean? Am I thinking of like lobsters? Crawdads are crustaceans, right? Yeah, freshwater crustaceans. I'm good. I'm smart. I know things. I have approximate knowledge of many things. Ichika looking to shore up the offensive line by moving towards B. Oh, no, no, moving back towards A, because she is center, she is allowed to do that. Jara is commentating, I think. Nope, he's commentating from the goal line. Lambert looking to show up the offense this time, moving towards B. And Elegant Lestrange looking to keep Eraton where he is. Elegant Estrelon. Estrelon. That's silly. Let's see. Elegant Estrelon with a 159 versus Eraton's 120. So that is a block. So that's it for the red team's turn, I believe. And now we see how the defense works. How the defense responds, rather. Alright, red team's over. Yellow team's turn is now. I should probably go into the voice chat and have everyone say hi.
Watching.
What's up, gamers?
Hi,
Bird watching.
we're talking about tongue-eating lies
And bird watching.
and bird watching.
Well, we like watching birds.
Yeah, do you like tongue-eating louses?
You like watching birds? I don't actually know anything about bird watching. Let's see, what's happening here? Finreal going for... Oh. Finreal ignoring Lambert and going straight for A. Passing each other like awkward neighbors.
So, as goalie, I guess I just sit here and wait for Visa to fire.
Yep.
My moment shall come.
Come at me, bro.
Orin waits. Eraton going for the counter block against Elegant. Am I pronouncing it right? Estrelon. A nice French ending. Probably. Demetrius also holding because they know that moving towards the goalie, moving towards the goal line does nothing. Estrelon with an 18 versus Eraton's 41, so that is a very awkward group hug of two people.
Love it.
The famed two-person group hug.
You know, with the rolls that low, I just imagine he tries for an epic move, and instead it just ends up being like a little slap fight, like.
Ayrton is known for having epically low rolls in the Zayla community.
Yep. Elegant managed to roll lower.
So, it's a match made in heaven.
Caring about hair in this economy? This is blitzball.
Listen.
I'm listening.
You gotta use a lot of product to keep your hair good and conditioned when you're in literal salt water.
Fair enough.
It's a process.
Also, you're in love and war.
Let's see here. That was Finn. That was Eraton, Orin, Demetrius. Who are we? Are we missing anyone?
I think that's everybody.
I think that was everybody. Unless Hana wants to talk smack.
There's nothing. I already did this talk smack.
Fair enough. Alright, that's a reposition. Visa. The pressure is on. First goal of the skirmish.
Oh, I feel it.
Do it. Gotta get the zoom, the close up.
Do I need to wait for the text to say ball carrier turn?
I would say yes. For consistency's sake.
Yeah.
Visa with a 59. Got a little hasty on the ball carrier call. And Hana with the 294. Unfortunately, with a roll like that, that's not going to cut it. And now, with the current board in mind, Hana has a chance to pass it out to whoever they feel like. As long as it wasn't directly to the goal, because restrictions.
Yes, you can pass it to Ayrton, Finn, or Aron.
Yeah. I believe the only ones that aren't blocked are Orin, Finn. Eraton will be a little
Aron's
tricky.
blocked.
Eraton isn't blocked. Eraton is blocking.
Yeah, Eraton
Yeah.
isn't blocked, I don't believe.
I thought they were
They're-
blocking each other.
Are both fine.
They're blocking each other.
Yeah, it's a very awkward
Okay.
call back to the awkward two-person group hug.
Yeah, so
So-
Eraton is blocked, but also I think Oron is also blocked, and he's the
Oh
next
right, Orin got
closest.
knocked out.
Yeah, I'm fucking dead. I have an Eldritch Lobster deity on my
I'm
face.
just gonna mark that as target to ignore. Cause wow. Ooh, boy.
And I don't think Ichika... Whose team is Ichika on?
Ichika's the center
Each center-
for the red team.
each center red.
Center red? Okay, yeah. So,
So the best options I would say are Finn.
Yeah.
yeah. I
You
think
could-
if Finn is unblocked, then go
Finn,
for Finn.
Finn is unblocked at A.
Yeah, then go for Finn.
Finn's
Yes.
blocked.
Because
Because
if you pass it to
If Eraton is blocked and you throw to Eraton, then that means that Elegant has a chance to steal.
yes. That's really the best chance because Orin's knocked out. Just let that sit.
Dem
Just
is just way too close.
Dem is
The
too
goal.
close and is surrounded by two blockers.
Yeah.
So that's
Pass
dangerous.
to Finrio.
And Elegant Estrelon has a chance, has straight up has a chance to take the ball right off the, right out the gate. So pass goes out to Finn, and with the repossession in play, it is now the yellow team's turn. We just gotta wait for everything to resolve. Good night, Coffee. Thank you for coming to the stream anyways. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. See you next time. Alright. Alright. Yellow team now has possession of the ball. And so the yellow team acts first. What will they do next? It's like the announcer from Pokemon Stadium.
Can I block Visa?
That's...
I'm a goalie.
No,
The goalie you cannot block. The only thing that you can do is interact with shots. You can, however, shitpost at Visa. Fling water at them.
you can make fun of her for missing.
You can make fun of her for missing,
All
but
right.
you cannot game construct interact with Visa.
Let's see. Orin, angry about the 0, is going to block off Samira with a strong 844 versus a 213. So that's the first block. Demetrius going into block Lambert with a 362 versus 445. No dice there. Actually, there is dice, but it wasn't enough. Jokes.
Oof, I can't type.
Let's see here. Samira blocked by Orin. Eraton, looking to, once again, block Elegant. Rolling a 363 versus a 532. Unfortunately, that will not go through. So far, of the 3 attempts to block, only 1 has gone through, so that means one other... There was a movement? Alphonse moving towards C.
I have to leave in exactly 2 minutes.
Oh, incredible. Listen, if you want me to take in, I can. Or we could push Jude into the water.
Is that a different Jude, or is that the same Jude?
Jude Longren?
Jude Lohegren?
Yeah, is that the same Jude as Jude Rootpaw?
No, it's a
No.
different Jude.
Okay.
Jude Paw, the Rude Paw, is currently not available right now.
Yeah.
That's my
Jude's chilling
captain.
in bed.
You can also distinguish them by the fact that this is not one with paws. It is in fact just a
Yeah.
hume.
Like, you know.
I was thinking maybe he had an alt that I wasn't aware of.
I think it's red team.
Yeah, red team turn, you mean?
Red team turn. He means yellow team turn over.
So that's it for the... Nope, do not move just yet. We still need to resolve red team. Remember that there is a reposition phase after the defensive team acts. Alright. Let's see. So Samira is moving into counter block Orin, however fails to do so with a 49 versus a 139. Finreal with the second Finreal with the second 0 of the season. We got 2 in 1 practice. Hello?
She is very, very blocked.
Meanwhile, Elegant Estra, I'm trying to make the announcement.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Elegant with the fucking queen
Elegant with the
shit.
first 999 of the season.
Oh, Ayrton is doomed.
Yep.
See if I can
Well,
try to
tried to
get
be
caught
Queen
up.
of the
Each
Queen.
go.
999,000 out of a 999 out of 1,000 doomed.
The answer to "is this man bothering you, Queen?" was clearly nah.
A simple finger to push down the man. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. Trying to get caught up on actions here. Ichiko looking to block Finreal. Despite rolling 133, Finny over here was 0, so, you know. Boo Boo's the fool. Viso holding the line at the goal, holding at the goal line, hoping to see if she can get the ball away from Finreal and it back into her hands. Lambert.
Technically, Ayrton has to roll.
Lambert, seeing that Alphonse is trying to move
That was
away,
a good roll.
decides that's not good. Rolls 668 versus Alphonse's 163, so they are denied. And let's see, Elegant Estrelon blocking Eraton with a 999 versus a 705. He had no chance.
He had 0.1% chance, and even then, it would have been 50-50.
Yep.
Yeah, it would have been. Honestly, I wanted him to roll a 999 and then lose. Because that would have been like, he pulled off America. Oh, nope.
Red.
Alright, and the call goes to reposition. However, anyone that wanted to move just got blocked, so nothing there. Finreal. Right, that was red team. Hey, you and me both, Omni. Or Ager. Omni Ager? What? Anyways. As the ball carrier's turn, Finreal, blocked, now has the option to either pass or shoot. However, the only other teammate is currently blocked. And should she choose to shoot, there's a nice special rule for that comes in case people haven't seen it yet. I'm losing viewers. Dang it.
It's pretty pointless to pass. And I think the only thing Finn could actually really do would be to try to shoot.
Finreal rolling a 209. Ichika rolling a 787 to block to intercept and take the ball. There's a secondary rule. In the case that Finn wasn't jeez, I can speak. In the case that Finn wasn't being blocked and decided to shoot anyways from A to 1. She rolled a 209, so there was a chance. But Jara automatically gets plus 200 for the distance bonus.
So you're saying there's a chance?
It was a very slim chance, but a chance nonetheless. Jara literally had to roll 8 or lower.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and as a reminder for people that haven't been to practice, which I don't think is anyone in the voice chat or anyone in the stream chat, for each zone away from the goal line that you're trying to shoot from, all the way from, for example, say shooting towards one, but you're all the way in zone B. For each zone away, there is a plus 200 to the shot, the goalie's roll bonus. All the way to plus 600. So the farther you are, the luckier you're gonna have to feel.
Thought that it was plus. Oh yeah, no, it would be plus 600.
It's currently a pause. Yes, because each goes closer to the ball, logically she would be the first one to get it. Despite Jara having the higher roll. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think anyone here has any questions because we've all been to at least 2 practices, yeah?
Yeah.
It's my second practice, but I've been doing practices with the Zayla thing.
Nice,
I'm
nice,
so
nice,
glad
nice.
that Zayla's picked up Blitzball. I'm so proud of him.
Then,
Oh shoot, November soon.
I mean,
Yeah,
if anyone happens to...
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
If anyone happens to have any more questions after this, then I do believe that with practices over and with team signups happening, ladies and gentlemen, and those with a non-binary persuasion, welcome to Blitzball.
Let's go.
Welcome to Menphina Madness.
Because yeah, I'm pretty sure there's still like a couple of people who've only been to 1 practice who still need that second. But they'll get later practices. Welcome to Blitzball, baby.
There will be later scheduled practices in case people weren't here. Let's go. Probably, I don't know. That's not up for me to decide.
Sign up.
Let's go. Signups are tomorrow. Tomorrow.
What exactly do they open up?
I don't know. Run some
Wonderful.
panic
We love the
practices.
surprise.
Who's
I-
do they have the names of the managers of each of the teams and who decides what spot and all that?
I
So
do believe
what
there are some
happens is
captains
you
already.
sign up. There are some team captains. What happens is what happened based on last year. I'm not going to say this is how it's going to be this year, Ager, but how it happened based off of last year was you're going to put down your name. You're going to put down your first choice team. You're going to put down your second choice team. And you're going to put down what position you are. And then when they open up the channel, we're all going to rush in there. We're going to fill out whatever form they had us do. If it's the same as last year, it's going to have all that information on there. You can check the channel. It's still in the archives. But you're going to fill that out. You're going to post it in there. And you're going to pray. Because
Okay.
it's kind of whoever gets in there first. And they're going to sort you
That's what
based on your first and second choices into teams. You're trying to find another way to do it before first come, first turn served? Okay, so we might have a draft. Either way, or instead of first come, first served, yeah. So, obviously, it's still going to be fill out your form, chuck it into the channel, prayer.
23 hours, start workshopping.
Yeah. It's funny I'm trying to find a way to do it before first come or instead of first come first serve. It's tomorrow, Ager. It's tomorrow.
Don't worry, he has
You know what
22
time it
hours.
is?
Go figure
It's tomorrow.
Did they announce?
Oh,
Did
23
they announce?
hours.
Did they announce the
Someone
captain?
feed Ager the Red
There,
Bulls.
I didn't think they announced captains. I know there are a few that were already confirmed. For example, the main man, Jude Paw, the Rude Paw, captain of the Alamigo Royal Griffins once again. And so on and so forth with the lovely folks in Menphina Madness. So, I believe that's it for practice. Thank you everybody for coming here today. I will be playing Young Souls in about however many minutes, depending on how well I get it set up.
One quick question. What position are we assigned? They said you would assign them at practice.
Oh no. No. The practice positions are just for the practice. That isn't your position as you're taking it into the teams. You can decide whichever position you want. Goalie, center, forward, defense. You just put that in for the information when you sign up for the team. So for example, if I'm signing up for a team, my first choice team is going to be Kugane Koban Crushers, my second choice team is Stabner Mortal Lions, and for position I would put in forward or any. That gives whoever is handling my information enough to work with that, okay, let's say Kugane Koban Crushers are already filled up. There's just too many people who want on that team. Okay. So they'll contact me and be like, hey, are you cool with getting on Immortal Islands or Immortal Lions, because like they got 6 people still. Like they got to fill up the whole damn team. There's nobody who's applying for this team. We need people. Then I go, yeah, no, that's cool.
Cool.
Anger.
Cool.
By the way, my first choice is gonna be the Kugane Crushers.
Yeah, baby. Number 1.
A lot of people going for Koban Crushers, I feel.
I'm technically
Yeah.
supposed to be a neutral party, but you know what? I'm gonna support Alamigo and Limsa Limitsa anyways. Bias!
Yeah.
Yeah, Alamigo will probably be Hannah's second choice. The reason for the first one is that she's signing up with Soji, who's definitely going for that one, and she's half Hingan and half Alamigan, so.
I feel like here's the thing, Eager. I feel like if people feel equal about 2 teams, then they'll just make they can flip a coin for themselves. You don't gotta flip coins for them.
Alright.
The difference between someone really caring about one team and not really caring between 2 teams but making a choice anyways is the 0 gap difference at the end of the day.
I remember that one year, basically nobody wanted to be on the Garlemald team because I don't think anybody wanted to be the heel.
Well, that and like not many people had Garlian OCs outside of core G&G group.
I'm a Scorpion stan. Give me the Scorpius.
Yeah. We are all big Scorpius stans, it's true.
I think like every team has people that want to be on them, minus like I think Charlene's the lowest number by reactions on the announcement.
It's a bit
And
new.
even then, people are going to wind up joining a
Yeah.
team that has low... Like, here's the thing. I put Kugane Koban Crushers as my secondary team last year because number 1 do is Hingan, number 2. There weren't a whole lot of people who were actively going for that team. And like, there was a benefit for me as a player to sign up for that as my second ranked team. My first ranked team was Alamigo, and that filled up immediately because there were like 4 people who were automatically going to get on that team that only had 2 slots left over. So it was a high priority team. Or a high
Demand.
demand team.
Yeah.
Kugane, on the other hand, was very much like, we need a 6th person. So
People-
for me, getting slotted into there versus being maybe an alt on Alamigo, no question, easy peasy. There's always going to be people who are available to be slotted. If your worry is
Yeah.
that you want those people who don't really care which team they're on, they just want a team, you can absolutely make it an option, like tick this or include this if you want, or if you don't actually care which team you're on, you just want to be slotted by us into something. That is always an option. Like, you can always just include, put any for your first and second choices if that is what you care about.
It's a good idea.
Anyways, I got
Alamigo or bust,
my
baby.
laundry. Good
Hell
practice,
yeah.
everyone.
Bye
Man's
bye.
gotta play for his homeland. It's gotta be done.
If you
So if
played on a
someone-
team the
If
year
someone
before,
really cares about their team, and where they're like, actually, I don't care, I absolutely need to be on this team, then work with them and make them understand that, like, hey, this is a high demand situation. You're going to be an alt, maybe. And if it's all or nothing for them, that's on them.
Listen, I
That's
would like.
not on you.
I
That's
would
on
very
them.
much like an option to just be only alts. Like, it's a thing that some people really want to do.
Right.
If you only want to be an alt on a team,
Exactly, like, because you have, like, a bad schedule, and, like, being an alt works for you, great. Go for it.
if you were on a team last major season, does that increase that person's chances of getting into that team again the next season?
Not really, no. Or at least
No.
it probably wouldn't.
kinda
Unless they're
funny.
literally the captain.
Kind of funny to me. Hannah's signing up. Doing it with my company mate Soji, and in character, he up until now couldn't swim.
Ah!
And on the plus side, Hannah was raised by the Aegean. She swims like a fucking dolphin. So she's teaching him.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna head off here because I'm gonna get set up for the next part of my stream. But this is fun.
I actually did hear some people were excited about Charlian just because, like, they're
Yeah, I think
nerds.
I haven't hit the reaction on the one post.
Yeah.
Where was that post?
Announcements when all the teams were announced.
Yeah.
It's like, which one do you want to join? It's like 10 people immediately click the Immortal Lions.
Hmm.
Handsome Stranger is a good captain.
Yeah.
No, Charlian was going to be a great team. Plus, and this is the one thing that Charlian has going over all other teams, Charlian has the Kingdom Hearts font.
yeah.
True.
And the what?
Yeah, they got the Kingdom Hearts font.
True.
Listen, font choices have become more important than ever in this season. It's why the Immortal Lions are the sexiest team on the planet.
Two zeros. 2 zeros and a 999. Imagine the chances of that.
The Baja Queen's Guard is freaking 90s as hell.
Right? God, you love to see it. Like, I've said it
Yeah.
before, Ager, but Zhang really knocked it out of the park with these logos this year. Like, oh. Also, my big question is, can we buy last year's merch still? I didn't get to buy it last year because I was incredibly broke.
She's so.
Listen, you were buying me more important things at the time, like groceries.
About merch though.
But merch, though, listen, Whichever team you get to play for this year, we can buy stickers for it, and we can put them together and be absolute goobers. Yeah. Also, apparently the pajama pants or sweatpants are really comfy.
I still have the shirt, but last year's shirt. It's quite nice.
Good night, everyone.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
practice.
Night.
Bye.
Good night.
All right. Once again, I'm gonna actually leave now for part 2 of my thing.
You're actually done now?
I'm
Move on?
done here, but I will be doing something else.
What you doing?
I'm gonna be playing Young
Okay.
Souls.
Oh. The old rings. The Elder Circles.
Ironically, not a Soulsborne.
Really?
It's it just got released today. It is about, I think it's like 2264, 2241 on Steam, because it's, for some reason, it's 10% off on release. It is it's like an arcade style beat 'em